All right, back with you on the Bronx Buzz. And as I said earlier, I'm very excited. One of my colleagues is on the program. And the reason he is on the program is because he has a wonderful charity. You know him as Dr. Bob Lee from WBLS. You know him as Dr. Bob Lee from Open Monday. But the fact is, he is the president and CEO of Make the Grade. And that's what we're going to talk about with my buddy Bob. How are you, sir?
Good, good. Nice to see you, Gary. Always a pleasure.
It's always great, and we've talked about this before that we work in the same place, we work for the same place. Of course, now we're in our personal locations, but we never get to see each other. So this is a nice way for us to say hello anyway and see what's going on. But really, Make the Grade is exciting. I heard about it and I said, you know what, we got to give them a pump. We got to put them on TV. Tell me about what Make the Grade is, when it got started, and what you're doing for our kids, for the kids of the Bronx and the kids of the city of New York.
The Make the Grade Foundation is a collaboration between parent, teacher, student, community, clergy, financial literacy, and health. And we started it based upon what we've been doing for many years with the WBLS On Time program. What we did was go around to schools throughout the tri-state area, encouraging students to stay in school and be on time and get a good education. So in visiting those schools, I said, you know what, there's something more that's needed. And I wanted to start this foundation for many years. And in 2004, the end of 2004, I said, I got it. We'll call it the Bob Lee Foundation. I wanted to have a name that was more meaningful.
Oh, come on. The Bob Lee Foundation is meaningful to many of us, but I understand what you're saying. You wanted it to mean something. Well, the way you just described it, we hear the phrase that it takes a village.
Yeah,
And we
exactly.
hear that all the time. You actually have put that in place so that you're proving, in order to help our kids do better, then we need all those people and all those resources that you listed,
And
right?
Gary, nail on the head. And that was the idea behind it. When I came up with the Make the Grade Foundation for Education, not just to um, honor somebody or applaud someone who is receiving B's and A's, but to give accolades to people who are bringing the grade up, who are making the grade, bring it up to the next level. And yes, that was the idea. It takes a village to raise a family. So that's how we came up with the.
And so give me some activities that you do, like the best of them. I know that Rebecca has some video we're going to show as well. There's a real cute video of you with the kids, but talk to me about like what's the best of it, and what do you see I know you in 17 years you see the results. Talk to me about what's going on that really is exciting.
Yeah, we have a number of things that we're very proud of. We partner with a lot of other organizations. Also, we have the college bus tour. We have the college gathering where people get in and find out what college is all about, and they do that once or twice, 3 times a year. We have the Make the Grade Shadow program. We bring people around to different places of business and they get an idea of how those businesses are run. Um, and then we have an ambulance. We're part of this team, the Save a Life Rescue Team, and we teach people CPR, and we can really actually save people's lives. We have a
And
tool that has the lights and the alarms in it and everything. And
and you see the kids grow or benefit from it over the period of time.
yes, in one of the videos that we did, we have this young lady who used to do our public service announcements for us. Uh, and as a matter of fact, there was a camera person who shot it from BronxNet. Um, and that person,
There's your village, Bob. That's it. You're bringing all the resources you have.
yeah, that person was a child when they did it, and we showed in the last video that we did, and we showed the video, and then she came back and says, "I can't believe that was me." But now I'm at Stanford University, and it just made me.
Wow.
That's it
This,
right
this is this is why we do it. And have you seen over the course of time? I mean, both of us have been doing what we do for a very long time.
there. Yeah.
Do you see a difference in the need from, let's say, when you started versus where we're at now? We know right now there's very difficult issues with our kids, with everybody. But do you see a general trend with our kids as far as their needs?
I think the needs are always going to be there. There's always going to be that gap to be filled. Um, because there are people who just don't have what everybody else has. So you want to go into those schools. For instance, our other programs, we feed parents and students who are having a rough time. We take them shopping.
And in the beginning, I'm guessing you did not have to do that in 2004, but now food insecurity has heightened.
It's pretty big, yeah, and bigger now than before, of course. But it was probably always there. But now with COVID-19, the pandemic, everything is like out in the open.
So we do want to show you this. It's very short, but it is really this cute video. Now, so you go to different schools, and they're kids, and they represent themselves, and they're happy to
Yeah,
be part of and make the grade. All
yeah.
right, so I don't know. Do we have a drum roll on my microphone? Here we, there we go. So here's Dr. Bob Lee and the kids of the Bronx and the kids of New York. Let's take a look.
Who are we?
The Learning Tree Cultural Repertory School. We are the seventh graders of IS 180.
We are the Urban Male Female Leadership Program at Hemick College.
Dr. Martin Luther King Community Choir. We make the grade at the Jewel of Long Island City.
Make the grade.
Make the grade. Woo!
Yeah. Dr. Bob making the grade. This leads into something that I always like to ask people who do these kinds of things. What's your favorite thing? What do you love out of it? Is it those moments just being with the kids, or are there aspects of it that here's some see what it looks like
Yeah.
from beginning to end? But really, for you, Bob, what have you made the grade through this process? I mean, talk to me about yourself and what this has meant.
I definitely have. Throughout the years, people have come up to you and say, "Hey, I remember you came to my school when I was at
Wow.
school, and I remember what you said to me. You inspired me, and my mom was there, and we still live by some of the things that you've mentioned. And that right there is like, wow, yeah. And it happens often too, and that's like when you're passionate about something, it just comes full circle, and that right there is a circle of love.
I can relate to that because both of us do what we do because we love the work. I mean, it's good work, it's fun work, but there's doing it in the Bronx, doing it in the city, doing it on WBLS. There's a community aspect that if you're committed to it, that's really like, there's always issues with your work. I was talking to somebody and I said, well, what's the payoff? And then he said, well, what'd you do today? I said, well, I did a really important program about, numbers of COVID or how to deal with, homelessness or whatever. I said, that's the reward. I think I really help people. That's it, right? That's what we do.
Yeah, when you help people get enough, when you help them get what they need out of life, that's what's important right there.
Mhm.
That's what we strive to do.
I got a list here that came, through your website. By the way, we'll put the website up there um, uh, for Make the Grade, MTG, if you will. The shadow program, the college fairs, the college bus tours, taking kids to college. Let them see that this can be them. The local school tours, the educational book series, Save a Life Rescue Vehicle. There's a story in one of the papers, I think it was the Times or something, of like an 8-year-old kid whose classmate was choking over something he had swallowed, and the kid did CPR or did the Heimlich maneuver because he learned it from, not in your case there, but that's the kind of thing you're teaching kids to do.
Yes. It's all about education. It's all about education.
Food insecurity. I'm sorry, I got to read all of it. We want you to make the grade today on the Bronx Buzz. Food insecurity. We've got you covered. Blanket program. What is that about?
Well, like when we have a very, very cold winter,
Oh,
around giving out blankets to the homeless. And I
wow.
tell you, there's a lot of people living in shelters who go to schools. So we go put a blanket on them and just keep it
And
moving.
and it makes a day. It makes a child think, who's struggling to get on the subway, and then they're going back to a place that's not even theirs, and it makes them feel loved and comforted. Let's see, the Communication Club. I would be interested in that,
Yeah.
considering it's what we do for a living, and the community ministry, getting into their souls. Do you recruit partners all the like? Is it a daily thing, or do you have a stable of partners now that you work with, or is it always dynamic and changing all the time?
Well, we add partners, but yeah, you can't. One organization can't do it by itself. So we include a lot of different partners. It's all about helping others get what they need. So you need partners in doing the things that you do. Now, you mentioned the communications program. What we did in the beginning was go around to elementary schools, junior highs, and high schools, and we set up a program where kids were able to go out and get information and speak on the PA system.
Oh, Bob, I mean, this is where I live, man. I'm applauding that kids will learn and represent themselves. Listen, we're almost out of time. Make the Grade, MTG. Let's look it up online. I wanted to give you a chance to do this. At the end of Open Monday, every show, you say a thing. I don't remember what it is, but I thought, to honor you and your great work at MTG, we're going to give you a chance to close the Bronx Buzz with what Bob Lee does on Monday. They don't need to hear me say, I'll see you next week. So let's do it. Dr. Bob Lee, President and CEO of Make the Grade, of course, WBLS, and Open Monday on BronxNet. Close the show.
And it's also on makethegrade.org.
Makethegrade.org.
We always say this. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Remember this: what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice and let your choice control the chooser. And also remember, whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you're right. Of the Doc Bob Lee with Gary Axelbank. Yeah, Gary.
What a treat. You know it's going to happen. The one thing you forgot, which I'm going to say and you're going to agree with, it's Happy New Year time. So Happy New Year. Let's be safe. Let's get vaccinated. Let's wear our masks. Let's love each other. Let's get blankets and hug each other. And that's how we'll do it in 2022. All right, Dr. Bob, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you every step.
All right. A pleasure to have you with us, and good luck with continued success to Make the Grade. And guess what? We will see you next week. Happy New Year.